All right. Good day, everyone. We are definitely excited to have you on looking at this particular video. My name is Gary Cook McSween. I am one of the top leaders and earners here with iMarkets Live, also a top trader. And the purpose of this video is to share with you a strategy that we have been able to develop and just through utilizing the products and services of iMarkets Live, we have really came up with a simple strategy that you can follow utilizing the Harmonic Scanner. This strategy is called the BRS strategy on the Harmonic Scanner. Okay, so we're excited to share it with you, and the purpose of this is to really help you to understand compounding your trading account. Okay, one of the things that we have realized just based on experience is that you don't have to be in the market for long periods of time for you to compound your money. All right, this strategy is specific to you growing or capitalizing on movements that are anywhere between 10 to 15 pips. So we're going to show you what that is on the scanner, but this particular product, the Harmonic Scanner, is already an incredible high probability tool that literally sends you high probability trades combined with the BRS. Trust me, guys, it's absolutely powerful. Again, the goal is to just find trade opportunities that can give you a solid 10 to 15 pips. Obviously, some of these trades will progress on to giving you more pips, but I can tell you this, you can compound your money with just 10 to 15 pips and finding maybe 4 to 5 good trade opportunities, which the Harmonic Scanner will give you once it meets the requirements. And we're going to explain those requirements to you. Once it meets those requirements, you can at least have a 50 pip solid day every single day when you're trading once the market is providing you with these trades. So the first thing that we want to talk about is compound daily, okay? And this is very, very important. Albert Einstein said that the compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who does not pay it. So when you get started with us as a brand new person, obviously within your first week, your first 2 weeks, you should be demoing, okay? You're gonna open up your demo account, and even with this same strategy that I'm gonna share with you, you will be practicing on your demo account, really getting accustomed to placing trades, understanding exiting trades, and all the basics that you go through on IML Academy Basics 1 to 4. And also you want to cover technical analysis. And in the Academy, there is a tab called Mindset. You also want to listen to that as well, because the psychology of trading is very important. So compounding your money, okay? You don't have to risk a lot. By the way, you can start small. And what I recommend, just based on experience, is you want to focus on the exact daily targets that is given to you based on the account size that you're starting with. And I usually recommend to people start small, and over time, as you grow in confidence, you can invest more money. All right. Again, there is risk involved in trading. So this strategy is not a zero-sum strategy, but it's a very, very high confirmation strategy that could give you your daily targets. So let's just say you started off, you invested $100. Your goal is a daily interest rate of 5%, and over a period of 180 trading days, your daily reinvestment is 100%, and we're going after 5% growth per day. Okay, so with this strategy that I'm going to share with you, you can achieve 5% growth per day. And obviously, there are specific times for trading. The best times during the week, Sunday evenings is usually a little bit slow, but you can find some trade opportunities. Monday is good. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is also good. On Fridays, the market usually starts, slowing down a bit. Okay, but guess what? With the harmonic scanner on our 15-minute and 1 hour time frames, you will be able to find opportunities. So obviously, compound daily, 5% growth a day, 5% on $100 is $5. Once you achieve your $5 profit in this example for the day, you want to, when it comes to compounding, you want to literally say, hey, I've already hit my daily target. Let me look forward to the next day. Okay. And the next day you're trading with $105, that's $5.25. And as you progress, you're going to be focused on compounding your account. All right. Remember, the first week, it doesn't look like a lot, right? You're having $5.79 days, $6.08 days. Once you hit your target, be happy, be excited, because you want to develop the discipline of hitting your daily targets and simply growing your account. After 30 days, all right, and just with discipline and consistency, on your 30th day, you can be at $20.58 in profit. You're growing your account to $432.20. Now, obviously, there are some days that you may do more. Some days you may not get the exact target. But this strategy is designed for you to sit down for an hour or 2 hours and hit your 50 pip day goal by getting a trade that gives you a 10 to 15 pip move, and you're looking for either 4 to 5 good trade setups that meet the requirements here with this particular strategy. Guys, if you do this consistently, 60 days, right, your account has grown to $1,867, right? In 90 days, that account has grown to $8,073. By the way, you don't have to over leverage to get this done. All right, you can follow proper risk management, and as you progress, just keep following 0.01 per $100. This strategy is designed for new people. Obviously, the experienced people, they would know what to do as well. All right. After 120 days, your account has grown to $34,892. Right. And I'm telling you guys, look at this. In 150 days, right? 150 days, your account has grown to $150,802.68. Just consistency, all right? And eventually, once you master this strategy within the period of 180 days, you will be able to have an account potentially that has grown to $651,760.50. Ladies and gentlemen, the Compound Daily is going to be your number one friend, because every day before you trade, you're going to look at what your daily target is. You have to look for 50 pips and what you need to do to accomplish that. So what I want to do right now, I want to introduce one of my good friends and a top trader here with us as well, Neil Sukram, to just share with you guys the details of the strategy, because his organization has been utilizing the BRS strategy, and they're having absolute success. So Neil, how are people responding, both new beginners and even people who have been around with us over the last 19 months? How are they responding to this BRS strategy on the Harmonic Scanner?
All right. Thank you, Mr. McSween, for allowing me to share through this platform on the success that we've been having with this particular strategy over the last just a month now. We've been back testing it, and we want to ensure that the whole purpose of this strategy is that we want to be able to have a brand new person with no knowledge of Forex trading. They'll be able to come into iMarkets Live, get on the Harmonic Scanner, implement the strategy, and within a week or two, they'll be able to through practicing, they'll be able to start to compound their own money. Yeah. And we have had individuals in this business, the last 18 months, basically going through the educational platform. And what we realized, we have taken education from IML Academy, and we have for confirmation setups and so forth. But what we have realized is that if a brand new person come into the business, it may take a little while for them to actually catch the education, to basically have the setups on their own. So we're really seeking a way, and how can we get, I could sit with a brand new person, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, sit with them with this strategy, apply to the Harmonic Scanner, and get them, profitable and allow them to grow their investment. And what we have realized is that even with traders who have experience and brand new business partners, they're able to apply this strategy. And I'm getting messages, I'm getting snapshots of their screens and saying, hey, I applied what you showed me, and I'm now growing my investment 5 to 10% on a daily basis.
Wonderful. Well, let's get to it, man.
All right. So what we do, we'll actually show you exactly how you log into your website, get it into the Harmonic Scanner, and being able to apply certain indicators, changing the settings. So this would be a base, really from a basic, and allowing you to basically apply this on your own, right, in the comfort of your home, wherever you may be on your job, at the comfort of your home, and you'll be able to apply it and basically use it. And one of the things I was sharing with you, Mr. McSween, is that you could actually get up, if you're a working individual, you could actually wake up around 4 a.m. Eastern time, and you'll be able to apply the strategy. And even before you head out to work, you'll be able to grow your investment, a minimum of 5%. So let's log in directly into our. What you want to do is basically that you want to log into your website, right? And you want to click, you'll actually see it here. You'll see the Harmonic Scanner. You can click on the Harmonic Scanner. It's going to come up. Right, and you will hit connect now, and you'll be able to log in. Harmonic Scanner. Now the Harmonic Scanner really and truly is a built-in tool, and actually we could actually use this very first pair that we have on our screen here. The Harmonic Scanner is a built-in software from iMarkets Live that incorporates support and resistance and Fibonacci levels and so forth. So the work is already basically, I'll say 50% of the work is already done for you through the software, right? And what we have with the Harmonic Scanner, it's a 80 to 85% high probability tool. Lets you know when to buy and sell in the Forex market. But what we do with applying these indicators, what it actually does, it basically raises your probability maybe to 90 to 95%. Obviously, no trade is guaranteed. Yes. But what we do, we want to ensure that we want to have 8 out of 10 trades. If we take 10 trades, we want to have 8 of those, 80% or 90% of those trades going in the particular direction we want. Yes. Right? So you enter your Harmonic Scanner, you will see on your left, you will see multiple brokers that you could choose from. And the very first one, we have Hot Forex, and you will see Scan for M15. Now, what we have realized is that with the M15 charts, many of us may get started and we may have very limited time. And what we want to do is basically with the M15 charts, with applying the strategy, it allows you to basically, it does not take long for your trade to basically move in a particular direction. Why? Because M15 charts are designed around every candle is 15 minutes, 15 minutes for basically for it to form. So let's look at our very first scan, and I will share with you. The newest scan is always on top. The newest scan that appears is always on top. So let's look at GBP NZD this morning, right? So in this particular case, the scan, this particular pair has already hit its take profit levels, right? So what you want is basically you want to look at a pair that is, let's see if we get a pair that was just formed. And let's look at USD card. I believe I saw USD card. just came up. Right. So we will use USD card as a example this morning. Right. So you have USD card, it's your M15 chart. Now your stock, when you open your Harmonic Scanner, the original setting that you will have, you have your RSI, which is a relative strength index. You know, we won't go into details what it means. You can basically, you get it on your IML Academy, right? But we will share with you what you want to do. One of the things you want to do, you want to change your format from 14 to 7, right? So we'll show you how you change that to 7. And then you can actually change the colors if you wish. You know, if you want to change the background color of your RSI, you can change it here. But we'll use your 7 as your length, and you can save as default.
Yes.
And then hit OK. Right. The second indicator that we will apply is called you will right click. Insert indicator is called your stochastic. Right. So your original settings on your stochastic is 14, 1, and 3. So you hit format, and you want to change your length to 5, your smooth K to 3, so that you will have your length as 5, your smooth K to 3, and smooth D at 3, right? And also you can come, you know, on your style, you can change the colors, you can darken your lines and stuff, right? And then you hit save as default, right? So really and truly, what you're looking at already is very probable that this scanner is calling a buy. And how do you know it's a buy? Whenever your take profit is above your entry, that's when you're looking for a buy. And whenever your take profit is below the entry, you're looking for a sell, right? So let's apply now. We have 2 indicators already. We want to apply a third one. It's called your Bollinger Bands. And Mr. Maxime, Bollinger Bands for me is the most powerful trading tool that any trader can be used.
Yes, sir.
Right? You can use the stock settings on the Bollinger Bands 20 and 2, right? And you can change the colors as I mentioned earlier, right? But we will leave it as it is, your Bollinger Bands. So you know, guys, if you're looking at this particular trade, you will see that everything is basically lining up. What do I mean by that? We have here your RSI, your relative strength index. When it's actually at this line, which is this line that we have, it's your 30 line. It is said to be in an oversold position, right? In an oversold position. So if you're looking for a buy, right, and your RSI is in an oversold position, then there's a high probability that the market may want to turn and go up in a bullish direction or for what you call in a buy. Then we have our stochastic. Our stochastic is also in an oversold position, right? But with the stochastic, you see there's an additional line. There are 2 lines. What we want ideally is for these 2 lines. Right now, it's actually showing that's in a bearish direction. What we want it to look something like what we have on the left here. We want the stochastic to be pointing, and we want to cross, and we want it to be pointing in a bullish direction, in an upwards direction, right? So we want to get a combination of these on your indicators before we actually take the trade. So you're looking at it right now and you said, you know, you might say, hey, now it's maybe a good time to jump in. But if you actually look at it, you will see that the RSI is pointing down, your stochastic is pointing, and then the market is also pushing downwards right now. So it's actually, you will not want to take this trade as yet.
No,
right?
But what I want you to do is if we were to take the vertical line tool and we were to line it up on the D point, okay?
Right.
Take the vertical line tool on the left-hand side. You can take the vertical line and actually input it there. Yeah.
Okay.
No, and line it up on the D point. All right, exactly on the D. Right. Okay, good. Yeah, that's fine. And then do it as well for the RSI, and then do it for the stochastic. So guys, look at this, right? If you were to pay attention to some of the strategies that obviously what Neil is seeing, you look at the D point there, and is a potential buy. Could you check the pip count, Neil, of how much pips it is from that D point?
Right. So you can come on your menu. You have a measuring tool. You can click on it, and click from here and you move it up, let's say to the highest point. This is around 7 pips.
Around 7 pips.
Yeah.
Okay. So that initial move was 7 pips, but just showing you, it actually worked, right? But for a very, very short time, the same strategy that it did move right off the D point there. The stochastic did turn and point up temporarily. And the RSI was not 100% at the overbought.
Correct.
And it did hit the Bollinger Band, right? So I just wanted to kind of point that out. But this is not a perfect example, but it kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking for.
Right. Well, Mr. Maxine, what we really want is that when we actually going to enter these trades, you want to basically, there are really 5 points that you're going to look at that will basically allow you to say, hey, it's like a checklist.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to go through that checklist. And let's just say we can actually go through some other scans, but let's look at this one in particular. And it actually is a very good example of why you need to go through that checklist. One of the checklists is that, is the market in an oversold position? Did it hit the 30 line or is it below the 30 line? And if you look at this, you will see that it did not touch it.
Correct.
That's one. Then 2, did it touch the stochastic line? Yes. And then we get it cross. So that's one confirmation there. Another confirmation is, did it touch your entry line on your scanner?
Right.
Right? Let me just expand this in. Right? Did it touch the entry line on your scanner? And you will notice that it also did not touch the entry line. Right? It did touch the bullion. So basically, out of 4 confirmations here, we only have 2. Where touch, and did you see where the market went 7 and then the market turned after that?
Yes.
What you want is to basically apply it to you want to get, we're going to show you 5 checklist points, and you want to get 4 out of those 5. And another indicator that we like to also include, it's a very helpful indicator. And this one really is, once you get this appearing in your confirmations, it's going to be a very strong buy or a very strong sell, right? And let's input it. It's what you call your Williams fractal. Right, so it's called your Williams fractal. Now, what it actually does, in this particular indicator lets you know when there's a turn in the market. Now, if you actually look at this right now, you will see that whenever the market turns, the indicator appears, right? So it actually turned when the scanner called the buy, right? Went up and then it appeared again in market turn. So what we're going to do, we're going to apply these. Let's look for a scan that has these 5 indicators that is basically incorporated into it. And you can use for the fractal, you can use what I like to use. I like to change this to 3 because what it does, and I'll share with you, is because when you have this fractal appearing behind your harmonic, the D on your harmonic scanner, it basically hides it, and sometimes you may not be able to see it. So when you have your period on 3, it basically shifts it across to the candle you're looking at, and then also you can change the colors, you can move the triangle, whatever, but we will not go into that right now. So let's look at another pair where we can apply all of these settings and see. Let's put them together now.
Sweet.
So this is actually a pattern that came up. This was around, not 6, this will be around 2:30 this morning. Right, so this pair came up around 2:30 this morning, and now let's take a look at it and see. We're going to apply everything to it now.
Yes.
One of the things is the RSI oversold. So what we will share, when it's on the 30 line, the market is known as oversold, and when it's on the 70 line, the market is known as overbought. Right. So in this case, it's kind of called a buy around this zone. Right. So one of the things, hey, is my RSI oversold? Is it around 30? Yes, it is. Did I get a cross on my stochastic? Yes, you did. Did it hit my Bollinger Bands? Yes, it did. Did it hit my entry zone? Yes, it did. And when you get these 4 confirmations lining up, even without the fractal, you can't take the buy.
Correct.
You can't take the buy. If the fractal appears after, then it actually means it's going to move in a very strong direction.
Correct.
Right? So we have the RSI. We
What's
have
the step count on that initial move there?
Let's take a look at it.
Blue candles.
So it's around 13 pips.
Around 13 pips. So again, guys, if you're looking at the video, anywhere between 10 to 15 pips is what you're looking for. And again, you know, based on our experience, the harmonic scanner usually goes to take profit 1, take profit 2, and guys, that's all you need to compound your money on a daily basis. Okay.
Right. So even, I mean, sometimes why we say that also, why we say when, you know, the market came back down and went all the way to take profit 3, the whole purpose of it is because there are many individuals that we have realized time might be a challenge for them. So what you want is to be able to hit your take profit very quickly. And let's just say, Mr. Maxwell, if you get a minimum of 10 pips from a trade, if you know how the market moves in the morning, the scanner basically will give you anywhere between 5 to 10 to even 15 trades in the morning. So what you want is to get a setup like this 5 times.
Yep.
If you get 5 scans giving you 10 pips, that's 50 pips. Then the proper risk management of 0.01 for every 100, you will be able to grow your investment of minimum 5 to 10%. So this is a very perfect example of what we're showing. So let's go into another pair. Here we have GBGPY. So let's see what we have here. Now this market actually had some consolidation. So let's see. Oops.
Well, this is a perfect example here as well. What is this? Oh, GBP. No, this is different. We were doing GBP USD yesterday. I think that one kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Right. So in this case, what we have here is it came up. Let's take a look at this. So we got the scan giving you a call around this zone, right? The market is oversold. We got the cross on the stochastic, right? The fractal came up. Now, two things didn't happen. Is that it did not hit the Bollinger Band, did not take your entry, entry zone, right? So in your case, you basically only got 3 out of your 5 confirmations, and then look at what happened after. The market basically consolidated all the way down, right? So you have to know, when you look at it, you have to be very disciplined in this.
Yes.
You want to get 4 out of 5. You want to know when you hit buy, and when you hit sell, you want to know that the market will move in a particular direction. Here's the tricky part of this, Mr. Maxwell, which I've personally experienced, is that sometimes you look at it, you got 2 out of the 5 or 3 out of the 5, and the market gave you that move that you're looking for.
Yes.
Then basically what you're doing, you're taking is what you call a gambling. You're gambling. I hope that it goes and hits 10 pips.
Yes.
What you want you confirm that, hey, from my experience using this strategy thus far, when you line those 4 or 5 of those confirmations together, basically we want to call it a guarantee, but you can secure a minimum of 10 pips.
Correct.
Right? Let's see if we get that trade you're looking for, because I was also looking at the GBP ERC last night. We have Euro GBPY also on it. Look at this. Let's make a mistake. Why is this? Right. Look at this trade, Mr. Maxwell.
Yeah.
Look, this is what you call a beauty. GBPY, this came up 645. So this came up actually just around 2:30 this morning also.
Hey,
so
you know what I want to make sure that people are doing when they're actually looking at it, like taking the line tool and lining it up. Lining it up so that they can see it, for themselves. Hey, this thing is lining up. Look at that. Look how perfect that is there, guys. Look at that. On the money.
Right. So this is exact. So when you look at Mr. Maxwell, you could take a brand new person, and show them this, because I had a person of mine. She was at my home just on Monday, and she came with her laptop and stuff, and I showed her this, and we just so fortunate that a peer called, and I said I told her to take the trade on her demo account,
right?
And everything lined up, and by the time she got home, the trade had to take profit.
Wow.
So and then now she basically was able to duplicate that. What we actually have here is something that is very duplicatable.
Correct.
That is very quick, duplicatable, and high probability.
And that's why I want to share it with everyone, because of the fact that it is very simple, very duplicatable.
Yes.
Anybody can do it.
Right. So in this case, look at it, it's Euro JPY, right? Basically, this actually hit the entry zone, it hit the Bollinger Bands, you got your fractal, it was oversold, and you got the cross and stochastic. And look at the move with me. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Wow, look at this. 35 pips. How, and if you might ask one, how you calculate it? Basically, this number you're seeing here is 354. You divide it by 10, you will get 35 pips.
Correct.
35 pips. And if you want to know basically, what we're sharing with you is that you want to go for 10 to 50 pips. Don't agree take over you. Some trades will go very high, and some trades will basically go between 10 to 50 and then turn on you.
Yes.
So what we want is you discipline yourself 10 to 15 pips, and you want 5 trades from the market every day, right? So how much you use, and you can use basically the stop loss that the scanner gave you.
Yes.
You can use that stop loss, right? And then basically use your measuring tool. If you're not sure how to measure it, all you have, let's remeasure this one. Let's say you took this trade at this candle here and said, hey, let's just say we're going for 10. Let's say we're going for, let's go for 15 pips. Real borderline here with the 15 pips.
Right there.
Right?
Cool.
So, and how you say your 15 pips actually say are 150. All you have to do, you take your mouse, you can basically, if you put it here, you will see on the right side of your screen, the price, your take profit will be at 130 point, let's say 224. So you basically, what you will do, you see it line up, all your confirmation line up, you go into your MetaTrader 4, you look for Euro JPY, right? And most times you will have to do what you call a market execution, right? You will know what your account is. If you have a $1,000 account, then basically what you do, you want to be risking 0.01 for every $100 in your account, right? And you put your stop loss from the scanner, what the scanner has, and you put your take profit, let's just say in this case at 130 point, you can use 130.24, right? And then you hit buy by market execution, right? And you leave it to run. And guys, you will see, you give it some time. Basically, all it took for this trade to take profit was 15 minutes, 15, in less than 1 hour, you'll be able to capture 15 pips. Guys, all you need is 3 of these trades for the morning, or even 4 of it to really hit your 50 pip goal. Yes. You'll be able to use this this strategy and apply it. So let's see if we get some other examples.
Right, and it works well. It works as well on the H1 as well.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Spend a little bit more time behind the market for that as well. Okay.
Now, what happens with the H1 and the H4? That's for really, for those who have a little more time at home.
Yes.
Right, and they're able to look at the markets they can look at the market and they'll be able to, they have the patience to, these trades might go for an hour, 2, maybe even 3 or 4 hours.
Yes.
Right? If you have that time, then you can apply it to your H1 and H1. Nothing is no problem. You could, and the thing about it with H1 and H4, you could actually go for more than your 15 pips, which is 20 pips. You could even go for 40 pips, because it's once you have those confirmations lining up on your higher time frame, it's going to give you an even stronger buy yourself.
Yes.
But we want to keep it really, really, really simple here this morning. This is AD USD right now, Mr. McSween, and we have basically 3 of the confirmations I'm already seeing. We have the market is over bought because it's over 70, right? Then we have the stochastic. The stochastic is basically still giving us that direction upwards, but you can see it's about to give you that cross also. Then it's hitting the upper Bollinger Band, right? But it's not around the entry zone as yet. And it really, what you want to get that 4 confirmations lining up before you could take it. So 2 things can happen here. You can get the hit on the entry zone, which is this entry zone here, right? Or you can get the fractal appearing. Whichever one appears first, you'll be able to take that particular trade. And what we really like about it is that once you hit that entry zone with those 4 confirmations, then you'll be able to take it and the market from what we have experienced in the last month, really testing the strategy, is that it can give you a little, you just need to have a little patience,
Yes.
leave the market. Sometimes it may go past your entry zone. It may move around a little bit here. It's okay. That's all right, guys. But what will happen is that even if it, with all of these indicators in these positions, even if it goes above your entry mark, the market, just give it a little time and the market will turn and come out. And because if you look at the market respects Bollinger Bands, and the market basically, whenever in an overbought or oversold position, the market will give you that turn that you're looking for.
Yes, and also what I wanted to mention real quick is that there are certain currency pairs that the spreads are much more than others. So this strategy works very well for currency pairs that the spreads are low. All right. So obviously, based on the broker that you're trading with, their currency, the major players, the major currency pairs that are traded that have small spreads, they work really, really well with this strategy as well. So as soon as the market starts moving, you're into profits very quickly.
Definitely. And one of the things that I've experienced thus far is that when you're actually trading a particular pair, you want to basically ensure that you're on Forex Factory. And let's basically bring this up very quickly. Forex Factory, what it actually does, it can you confirm you see my Forex Factory screen, Mr. McSween?
Yes, sir.
Right. Forex Factory is www.forexfactory.com. When applying this strategy, you don't want to be entering trades that's around red folder news, right? Because what can happen, it can actually it can work against you.
Yes.
Right? So what you want to do, be very particular. So like today is Friday, May 11th at 8:30, we have red folder. Unemployment rate are really usually it gives the market, it's a high impact. It gives the market a lot of volatility, and you want to be very, very careful, especially when trading Canadian news. And also, we have Canadian PS, sorry, and then we have Euro. President Draghi speaking at 9:15. You want to stay away from the Euro PS around that time zone also, right? So, like especially today being Friday, Canadian PS at 8:30 and Euro PS at 9:15. So this is also something you want to be very, very mindful of.
Absolutely.
We can apply in the strategy, right? So let's see if we I think this is GP. We look at GP USD already. Yes, we did. Okay, 9%. Let's look at USD. All right. Look at you. This is USD. This was called yesterday. I think this is the one where a lot of us. This was yesterday morning, I believe, around 8 o'clock. A lot of us in the team took this particular trade, and obviously you can see it's a very, very strong buy that we got. Let me just remove this, and let's line up everything again as we see. So we have the D line here. That's 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful.
Right. So we look at it again. Did it hit your entry zone? Yes, it did. Did it hit the Bollinger Bands? Yes, it did. Is it oversold? Yes, it is. And the stochastic give you that cross. On here, we have the fractal even appearing. So you got 5 confirmations. So you're noticing a little trend. When you have these 5 confirmations lining up, right, the market gives you a very strong movement. So let's put the measuring tool. Let's say we took it here. The market actually moved 40 pips.
Wonderful.
40 pips and it actually move. Well, guys, we are saying be very, very disciplined.
15 pips.
To go for your 15 pips and you allow the market to do what it do. Sometimes, Forex trading, the market has a tendency, anytime greed takes you over, the market has a way it takes a 10 to take back your profits. So what we're doing, we're actually showing you how you can secure a minimum of 10 to 15 pips on a daily basis for each trade that you take. And guys, if you look at the scan, we have 6 brokers here. You click on scan, and all of these are scans that you would have been able to benefit from, right? So let's see if we have any. We have XM also. Right, or we looked at these already. That's GFX. Yeah, so I think we looked at all of these already. Let's still pull it up. Let's see. right? Here we have another example, right? Let's pull up our tool. Right? Here we have it again. This scanner is calling a cell. Whenever take profit is below your entry, it's a cell, right? Is it overbought? Yes, it is. Did it get the cross on the stochastic? Yes, we did. Did it hit the Bollinger Bands? Yes, it did. Did it hit the entry? It actually crossed your entry, right? And then we had that fractal appearing, and then the market gave you that movement down. Did we get 15 pips? Let's take a look. We actually get around 30 pips from this particular move.
Sweet.
Right? You don't want to be chasing the market, guys. See this? You will basically, you say, hey, I went for 40 pips. Then what you actually do, you actually got at 40 pips anywhere around down here. We don't want that, guys. Look at this. A nice solid candle, 1, 2, 3, 4. Within 1 hour, even a little more an hour, you'll be able to capture your 15 pips. Right? So let's apply it now to the higher time frame and see some of the results that we have got. So you're seeing it for yourself here, guys. It's basically, this is your higher time frame, GP, GPY, right? On your H1, let's line it up again. We have it here, 1, 2, oh my God, 2, and then we have 3. Lined up again. It's kind of called a buy, right? Did it touch the entry? I don't believe it touched the entry, but what it did, it hit your lower Bollinger Bands. The market was oversold. We got the cross on the stochastic, and we even got that fractal appearing, but the market is a little bit consolidated. So let's see if it actually hit our 15 pip goal. Oh, wow. 50 pips. That's the difference with the higher time frame.
Yeah.
This actually moved. It even looked like that.
Yeah. Right? Just from that first candle right there.
Well, that's actually the first. Yeah, look at that. It wicked up. Yeah. 55 pips. And I believe, no, this is GPY, right? This is yesterday, actually. Yeah. Right? So, I mean, guys, we don't even need, I mean, you could actually look at this and see. There was one trade that came in last time, Mr. Maxine, but I actually missed it because I was doing something. Let me see if I can pull it back up. Right, I believe, if I'm correct, it's this particular trade. Yeah. Let me show you how powerful our harmonic scanner is. This particular trade here, this candle last night, it called around, it's around 8 o'clock last night, right? When I got the alert on my phone, you can set alerts. It's in your IML Academy Intermediate 1, right? And it's also in your back office where you can set it to send alerts for you, right? So I'm going to show you guys something here. This was actually it. So we're going to bring this tool here. So we actually get some alerts here right now. Right. This pair called a sell last night. The scanner was actually here. It's called a sell first. Right. And it would have been here, sorry. My bad. Right. So it called the sell here, right? And just as the scanner called the sell, if you looked at this, you'll see it hit the upper Bollinger Band. Now, right now, you're not seeing the scan because it's an old pair. So the scanner created a new scan. So I'm just showing you an example. So the scanner called a sell here. This the point here. The market was overbought. The stochastic gave you the cross. The fractal appeared and also hit the the entries because I saw it last evening. And look at what the market did. This actually moved. Let's see how much this moved. This moved around 30 pips. One candle. Yeah. So you'll be able to hit your 15 pips in one movement. And this would have been during the Japan session, the yen session last night. And then after that, that same movement, when I actually was I think when it was about midnight, I saw this scanner called it back again. Give me one second. Why is this giving me so much trouble? Right. Then the scanner call it back again, and look at what happened. The same thing again. All you have to do is line it back up.
Yep.
The same pair. And everything lined up, and then the market moved. And so one pair, you would have actually caught about 30 pips in less than 12 hours. Guys, 30 pips for a brand new person, that's big. You only need, if you did that last night, all you need this morning is 20 pips.
Correct.
You'll be at 50 pips already. And I'm already seeing some alerts coming in based on this strategy. So Mr. Maxime, what I am absolutely fired up on this strategy.
Yes.
Why? I'm actually going to meet a brand new person today, and I'm actually going to share this strategy with him, because he, with this, they can actually take this guy works offshore. So
Right.
I'm looking for an opportunity. Hey, can I do forex trading and have the ability? Because what you know with offshore workers, you know, they make good money, but they don't have that time.
Yes.
So I know immediately he's going to look to forex trading to be able to multiply his money the way he can now have that time freedom. And I'm giving him this, Mr. Maxime, in less than 2 weeks. I'm really stretching. It should be really 1 week. But let's give it 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, he applied this. He goes through his demo account, double his demo account first,
Yes.
and be able to open a live account using the strategy. And I mean, we're seeing it. It's not like we're going to make this up. You guys we are looking at past trades where we still apply the strategy, and you'll be able to become very, very profitable using it. Look at this. We have a very high, just looking at this trade, it's already 4 indicators lined up already. Just look at this alone. Right? So we could actually take a look at this before we even close this call out. Right? So one of the things we're looking at is the market oversold. Yes, it is. Is the stochastic giving you a cross? So at the moment, it's not giving the cross, it's actually moving in a horizontal position. And then it hit your entry zone and it's at your Bollinger Band. So this particular trade is still giving you that movement down. What you want in a situation like this, you want your stochastic to be pointing in an upward direction.
Yes. And
your RSI to give you that turn. Once you get that turn, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not sure, hey, you know, I'm getting 4 confirmations here. I'm getting it's hitting my lower Bollinger Bands. It's hitting my entry zone. It's oversold. The stochastic is also oversold. But why is I'm getting a very strong sell candle? Can I still jump in this trade?
No.
In a particular situation like this, you can wait for your fractal to appear. Because what the fractal actually does, the fractal lets you know the market is giving you a turn.
And also as well, once the stochastic turns and points up,
right,
that's also a very, very good indication as well of an entry. So in this example, this is not a good example to take. This is not a good trade to take. We wouldn't take this trade, but you want to wait, and eventually it might get ready, and it might be ready for you to take the trade.
Right. Yes. That's the issue. Because when you look at it, because it does line up with the 4 confirmation we're looking at, and you put it, look at it, say, hey, but still, if I jump into this and if market continues to push, what will happen there is that you will be in some drawdown. So what do you want? You want to basically, in a situation like this, you want to be able to, your RSI should be, you know, giving you that pointing in an upward direction. You want your basically indicators to be looking like this. Because if you know what your harmonic scanner is really a price reversal tool. That's what it is. So the scanner is doing its part right now. But sometimes market fundamental news will basically will give it that push down or that push upwards even further. So you want to, when you see a situation like this, you want to be able to, hey, let me still wait. You see here in this particular case, you saw the market was pushing up, right? And then you got that turn. You want to get that turn first. You see here, you got the cross and the stock as the market is moving down. Then in this case, then the market gave you, in this example, you saw the market move all the way down. You want to get that same movement on this particular also, right? So it's also a little patient game. But guys, once you continue practicing, you will capture the eyes for it, right? Let's see if we capture one more. I saw another trade came up on my phone. Ah, there it is. I know I saw something else came up. Look at this one. This one has already started to move, right? But this is actually a very good trade, right? This is one, it hit your upper Bollinger Band. Two, you're getting that RSI is giving you that push downward. Is stochastic is giving you that push downward.
Yes.
Very, very, very close to your entry zone. This is actually just about 1 pip away. I will take the chance.
Yeah.
1 pip away is nothing to be taking this particular trade, right? So let's just say you're entering this trade, right? Mr. Maxwell, I will actually take this particular while we're actually doing this training, right? And we'll bring up the measuring tool and see. Let's go for 10 pips. Let's go for 10 pips, right? So let's just say I'm going to apply this. Need to get to unlock my phone, right? All right. So we're going to apply the basically going to look for NZD, JPY, NZD
as well too.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm going to take this trade as well too.
Yeah, NZD, JPY, right? What you want basically, you go into your phone, you want to make sure you're risking 0.01 for every $100 in your account, right? In this particular case, right? Let's also put in measuring tool so they will know exactly how much they're risking when it goes. So this is actually your stop loss is around 10 pips. So if you put a 0.01 for this particular trade, you're actually risking $1. If you put 0.10, you're risking $10. That's how simple it is, guys. And this is your stop loss. And then if you pull it down, you're looking for 10 pips. Your take profit will be around 76.20, and the market is still pushing very, very strong down. Mr. Monk, you should be already in profits, right? Right. So 76. So you're in your phone and ZJPY. You put your stop loss 76. Oh, let me bring this back up. Right, you put your stop loss 76.421 for 76.421, and then your stop loss, your take profit will be around 76.200. And you can see, whilst we even speaking, this market is pushing very, very strong to that particular price point. You can basically you can take 10 pips, right? And let's just see. Let's apply that to even 15 pips. Let's see, 76.30, right? 15 pips will actually take you to take profit 3. 15 pips will take you to take profit 3. So you could actually put your take profit around 76.148, right? So this is actually moving very, very quickly in the move, and that's why we like the M15 trades. The M15 trades move very, very, very quickly. Now, what I want to share with you guys is that sometimes you want to basically master the 10 pips first. Master that first.
Yes. As
you get the experience and you get the eyes, you will now look at it and say, hey, when I took this trade last time, when all of these trades line up, all of these confirmation line up, the trade moved 10 pips or the trade moved 15 pips. I don't want you going to 15 pips and the market moved between 10 and 12 and then the market turned on you. Make sure when you hit your 10 or even 12 pips, and if you're comfortable with that, then you can take your take profit, right? And then you can basically work your way up to 50 pips, because when you look at this, from the time we looked at this, we knew that this market was going to give you that turn. Just looking based on our experience in the last 18 months. But a brand new person, let's master the 10 pips first before you move on to that higher pip value.
Awesome.
Right? And Mr. Mitchell, I think we basically covered everything that we need in a nutshell with this strategy. Always remember that to have your Forex factory. So this is not a Canadian pair and this is not a Euro pair. So it's you can't take this particular trade and remember 50 pips a day, 5%. If you have a little more time, you can actually go for 10% because the scanner to me personally, is a beast when it comes to calling trades very early in the morning. What you want to do, anywhere between 4 to 6 a.m. or even 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the market moves a lot because it's a London and US session. And even if you miss your goals, you figure, let's just say you capture 30 pips in the morning, then you have your yen session. But today the market closes around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Monday to Thursday, you can actually trade the yen session, anywhere from 6 p.m., 7 p.m. In the night time. So if you're some people work very early in the morning, you may miss the session. You can get it in the evening session. Mr. McSween, don't forget, IML has, this is only one product.
Yes. We
still have swipe trades. We still have web analyzer. We still have the crypto analyzer that we can, even if you miss it on the Harmonic Scanner, web analyzer and the crypto analyzer, you definitely, if you miss it on the scanner, you can't get it, because really and truly, we actually saw the strategy working very perfectly on your web analyzer, right? So really and truly, guys, what we have here is really and truly, there's no excuse. Even if you have time or you don't have time, you can get up a little early or sacrifice a little sleep, and you'll be able to hit your daily goals. Back to you, Mr. McSween.
Fantastic. Well, Neil, I think we covered it. And this exact same trade, we are already in profits with this thing here. It's rocking and rolling. But guys, this strategy is amazing. Apply it. Once you get started, practice first, master it on your demo account, and then you can go into trading live. Thank you for listening, and obviously communicate with your plugged in support system. Make sure you go on to IML TV. That's the secret to major success in trading. Again, thank you, Neil, for doing this with me this morning and sharing this strategy with the rest of the organization. God bless you guys, and have a wonderful trading experience.
All right.